So is there danger at the bronze? Should I beware?
I can't help thinking I've done something to make you angry. And that bothers me more than I'd like.
I'm not angry. I don't know where that comes from.
What are you afraid of? Me? Us?
Could you contemplate getting over yourself for a second? There's no us. Look, Angel, I'm sorry if I was supposed to spend the summer mooning over you, but I didn't. I moved on. To the living.
We're back! Season 2! Hooray! We made it, guys! We're here! We made it through Season 1, and we're on our Season 2. And you know what Season 2 means? Spike. So this is episode 13 of Revisiting Sunnydale with Marcella and Camila. I am Camila.
I am Marcella.
And that's right. We're going back to Sunnydale one episode at a time. There's going to be spoilers. Make sure to do your own rewatch, either with your own DVDs or check it out streaming for free on Amazon, Hulu, and Netflix. We don't have any opening chit-chatter, so we're just going to get right to the episode.
We're too excited.
Let's do it. It's Season 2, guys. Woo! When She Was Bad. Season 2, Episode 1, with an original air date of September 15th, 1997, written by Joss Whedon, directed by Joss Whedon.
Good stuff.
Summary. Buffy returns from summer vacation sporting an attitude and suffers from recurring nightmares involving the Master. Meanwhile, the Anointed One and his followers plot their revenge.
Now, you know we thought we got rid of him.
Wrong.
No, at the end of Season 1, we noticed that he comes, he's still lurking around.
And he's got a new style, though. At least he's gotten rid of the hoodie. Now he's got his, either it could be considered a coffee house turtleneck or a tactile turtleneck. So
it somehow is worse to me.
Yes, it absolutely is.
Because it really makes him look like an asshole.
It does. I was like, oh, you're just going to be a super douche now, huh?
You really are the annoying one for sure now. So we start with Xander and Willow, bored out of their minds.
Lurking around outside, which this is the end of summer, and it's pitch fucking dark. So it's got to be like close to midnight at
and
this
y'all
point.
know what goes on in this town.
I don't know why they're just kind of doodling around.
No, they make a point of saying like nothing's been happening, but
still,
come on,
it's the Hellmouth.
There's a hell. It didn't go away.
No, and you're Slayerless at the moment,
and you're just running around playing the movie game, which great game. I will give them that. That was great. So they're playing this little game where they just say a line from a movie and you have to guess the movie.
Yes,
we all play it.
Yes, of course.
It's great.
Yeah.
And they have a cute little moment where there's some flirting. There's a little bit of ice cream.
Almost kiss.
And they get cock-blocked by a vampire.
Yep.
What was he doing?
He was literally about to watch him.
He was going to watch them make out.
He rolls right up on them, like literally. Like, dude, if vampires breathed, they would have been feeling his hot vampire breath all up in their mouth.
And how wrapped up in that moment were they that they didn't notice him at all? Because he was right there.
Yeah. So, I mean, did he just kind of swoop in from the side real slow, or did he, rise, like he came from the ground and, eased up to eye level?
And he's not even real threatening. He is just like, hey.
It's just more creepy.
Yeah. What's going on, guys?
It's more lyric. Go.
And then he's like, oh, shit, yeah, I gotta eat you. And Xander is like, yeah, I'm gonna protect you, Willow, run. And he pimp punches him.
Which he gets a great backhand.
Yeah, it's nice. But then here comes Buffy.
So their kiss is interrupted by vampire. The vampire is interrupted by Buffy.
Buffy knocks him back really hard into a tree that has a convenient little branch sticking out of it.
Welcome back, Buffy.
And then we cut to our credits. And this, for those that watched it in real time, was the first time that you saw new scenes.
Yes.
The credits change every season.
Right.
So, of course, in the first episode of every season, you're like, I haven't seen that. When does that happen? That hasn't happened yet. Look at that. She's dancing with Xander. What's happening there? What? So you see all these little clips, and you're just like, when did these things happen?
Yeah.
And it's great. Every season, it was.
It's a nice little Easter egg. Nice little treat.
Yeah.
Little mixed bag of what to expect. Oh,
It's
I
great.
don't know what the puzzle is.
No, and you end up waiting for it. You're like, when does she dance with Xander?
Well, Buffy has been in L.A. hanging out with dear old dad. And,
douchebag Hank.
yeah. And, she just comes back that
With
night.
3 suitcases full. Like, he's just been buying her clothes.
Yeah, he's just trying to buy her affection. Because apparently, Hank and Joyce have a little discussion about how Buffy's been distant. And, it was so much easier when she was burning shit down. Like,
that's the scale? Wow.
So.
Okay. Thanks, Mom and Dad. I guess I don't have to, worry about the shit I do.
No, just as long as you're not burning anything down, you're fine. It's fine. So Hank has bought her a bunch of stuff, and blah blah blah, and they're all like, "Hey, I hope this year goes better." Blah yada.
Joyce is like, "Welcome to my world."
Yeah. Hey,
I've been dealing with her cranky ass for
exactly
16 years.
You take her for a month, and all of a sudden, no, you know what's going on.
Get out of here.
Get out.
You don't know shit.
Get out.
But she is being a bitch. Like,
yeah. There's a couple of different changes, when actors change a little bit. Buffy's got her new haircut.
Yeah.
Nick has lost a considerable amount of weight since season 1.
Considerable amount of weight. Willow doesn't look any different.
No. And Giles' glasses are a tad bit smaller.
Yeah. Still got the tweed jacket.
Yes.
Still rocking the way too hot for California weather librarian clothes.
It must be freezing in that library.
It has to be. Because he's got the vest.
I'm going to go with that.
The undershirt. The tweed jacket. I'm wondering if there's a site, because I'm sure someone has counted this. I want to know how many times over the course of that season he has cleaned his glasses.
Yeah. Of course, there's got to be.
Someone has.
Someone's absolutely done that.
They have to.
Yeah.
If you guys know, let us know, because I'm curious.
Yeah.
Because he's always cleaning his glasses.
Is that why you're always cleaning your glasses?
Well, they make yeah. So you don't see the things that we do?
Tell no one. And I think it's cute. At the beginning, I think Xander is wearing a Scooby-Doo t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice little...
Scooby-Doo.
That's cute. So
Joyce looks good.
Yeah.
She's still rocking that mom hair.
Hard. She does it for a while. So apparently, while Buffy was gone, there was a ceremony to bury the Master's bones.
They wore robes. Why did I want to see a picture of... Was Angel there? Did he wear a robe too? Because, him and Giles talk on the phone.
No, because they didn't snatch him up. Why was Cordelia there?
Right. I thought she was on vacation. No, it was the people that were closest to him when he died.
Okay.
And
they were all downstairs in the...
Okay. They were downstairs, and I don't know where the hell Angel was. He must have just been off.
I don't know.
Guarding the door.
But I don't understand why there needed to be... Why they didn't just smash the bones?
I don't know. Right then and there.
Yeah.
Why'd you bury them?
I don't know. Why was there an entire ceremony?
And so they tell Buffy about it, and she's just like, okay.
Mm.
And they're like, did you go see Giles yet? Why would I do that? Because you like him?
Yeah. He's your watcher?
He's like your dad?
Just being really standoffish towards Xander and Willow right now. Just like, blasé. Like, no big. Whatevs.
So we have our first day at school. And this is one of my favorite scenes. It's Snyder and Giles walking through the courtyard, and Snyder's just complaining about how much he hates children, and how anytime a pretty girl walks by, they lose focus. And here comes Miss
Jenny
Calendar. And Giles becomes so distracted.
Hello, Miss Calendar.
Hello. Hello. Oh, hi. And Snyder's still talking away.
He's got his back fully to Giles, and Giles is no longer listening to anything he has to say because Jenny is near, and it's very clear that they're sweet on each other.
Yeah, it's adorable.
But they haven't done anything yet, and I'm still a little concerned about how strong Miss Calendar comes on. She's going to get some prints on him.
There is a definite case for sexual harassment. Because she's talking about some thing
Burning
she
Man?
went to. Yeah, Burning Man, where she did like naked book readings, and she's like, you would have just hated every second of it.
Yeah.
And all he heard was naked.
Right. And then
Giles is a guy. This is our first indication that Giles is actually a man.
And then she like gets on his case about, oh, you probably just read all summer. It's like, hey.
Yeah. I got shit going
some
on.
of us like that.
And-
You know what? I gotta research a lot of shit. I've
Yeah.
got a Slayer that I need to be on. I need to be on the up. But we're living on a hellmouth. We don't have time to go dancing naked in the moonlight.
Yeah.
So let's just get it straight, sister. And then he's like, I'm sure you found it boring. And she's like, it depends on what book. And I'm like, somebody call HR.
Yeah.
Just because this is
Yeah.
outrageous.
And then the kids join. And Willow, for some reason, this didn't make sense to me. She's very loudly, Buffy killed a vampire last night.
Not the first, honey.
Inside voice, Willow. We really don't want everyone to know. And Buffy, of course, is just like an asshole.
Yeah.
And no one understands why she's being so mean.
She's just being mean to, like, everybody. And, there's a point, is this like around the time where Cordelia rolls in and says something, and Cordelia tries to have like a genuine moment with them. It's like, hey, did you guys kill any more vampires or ever fight any more demons? It's just like, your secret's safe with me, Buffy.
Our inner demons, yes. What are you talking about? Big squiggly demons.
Underneath the library floor. You were all there. And she's like really trying to have like a genuine moment with them. It's like, your secret is safe with me.
Mm-hmm.
And Buffy's like, well,
that's great. You won't tell anyone I'm the Slayer, and I won't tell anyone you're a moron. Ouch.
Yeah, and Xander and Willow and even Cordelia agree that that's a little bit too good of a comeback for Buffy at this point in time.
And we get this really weird training scene.
Training montage.
Like, Giles is extremely concerned, and so am I.
She is just wailing on everything.
Yeah. She ends up breaking the training dummy.
Yeah.
She kicks it in half.
Yes.
And then she, like a junkie, is like, I'm ready. I'm ready. Whatever they got, I'm ready. And he's just looking at her like, huh.
I think I might have to call the Watchers Council.
I don't know what to do about this. And then we get our first look at the annoying one in his turtleneck with his new crew. He has minions all of a sudden.
There's a dude that's not Mr. Trick, and he's leading Vampire Church. Because there's so much chanting and rituals and...
We feed! Do we?
When?
How?
When do we do that?
He has no power. Okay, so his whole purpose in life was to take Buffy to the Master. Done. Check. What you got now? Why are you here?
You should have just
You're a teeny child
disintegrated.
vampire. You probably don't even have strength. I don't imagine you could kick anyone's ass. Can you even feed on anyone? Are your teeth even like your baby little vampire teeth?
He never
feeds on anyone.
He never gets his face.
No.
He never fangs out.
No.
Or anything like that.
Do they feed? Do they feed him?
You look at your face.
I'm suddenly very concerned about how
do they feed?
Then we get the first time I saw it, I thought was actually real, was this scene in the school.
Oh.
Where Buffy's actually being nice, and they're having a joking, little moment, and Willow's like, I had a dream once about Xander. It wasn't me. And it wasn't Xander. It was somebody else.
I find it funny that Buffy would have that dream.
So do I.
About Willow having a dream.
Yeah. And then Giles, that's because Xander makes the friends of your bosom comment.
Which, okay, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, he would make that joke.
Even Dream Xander has bad jokes. And we don't find out it's a dream until Giles comes up.
And he tells Buffy that he finds out, he knows what's causing all the ruckus and what's happening. And she's like, well, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. We'll handle it. And he's like, you're right. I killed you once before. And she's like, say, what? And then he attacks her.
Yep.
He lunges at her throat. And
she rips his Mission Impossible mask off.
And it would have got away with it. It wasn't for your damn kids. And it's the Master underneath the Giles mask.
Which I don't even think that was Mark Metcalf. I think it was someone because it doesn't really look like Mark Metcalf. It just looks like a master mask.
Was there even was his name in the credits?
I don't think so. And of course, so it's a dream.
There's a man under a mask and under a mask.
Yeah.
Under a mask.
And she wakes up. It's Buffy's dream.
Mm.
And Angel's just chilling on her windowsill. I know I said you could come in, but that didn't mean any old time you want.
Yeah, just like I'm sleeping here, like in the middle. Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna need. Obviously, you have a phone,
right?
So call somebody.
Right. And how long were you just watching me sleep?
Yes, we're just gonna let that happen. We're just
Yeah.
gonna be there. And
You're lucky I woke up. Like, were you gonna wake me up and tell me this awful thing? Hello, it's Tuesday. I must be in danger. Thank you, Angel.
Thanks. Could have left a sticky note or something.
Which he ends up. Later on, he leaves her notes. He takes our suggestion to heart and he leaves her notes.
Full on portraits.
Yep. What a great artist you are, Angel. How come we never talk about this? The fact that you're like a...
That's how we should be making money.
Yes. Draw some ladies in the park. So, of course, he is there to tell her, you know, it is Tuesday and there's new danger. The
And
anointed
she's
one's gathering minions.
Being an ass to him.
Your undead cousins are in town and we're all on the menu.
Wow.
Rude.
Buffy.
Rude. Is this where the undead Americans?
He can still kill you.
And he's not American, by the way. He's Irish. He's an immigrant.
You're just being all around an insensitive
And you're wrong.
asshole. You're loud and wrong. I need you to stop.
Then she straight up turns her back on him and is like, fuck off, get out of my room.
Yeah, I was having a really good dream,
Yeah.
liar.
And he's, I missed you. I missed you too. Oh, you're gone. What, did you dive out the window? Whoosh.
That's what I see.
That's what you get, Buffy.
Don't start off being an asshole. So, what is it? Like the next day, are they in school or are they going to the?
Yeah,
the
Mom's
grounds?
driving her to Joyce is driving her to school, and she's just looking out the window like, hate life. Everything's so hard. I'm the Slayer.
Nobody understands me.
Do you know what I wish they would have addressed right off the bat? And we don't do it until halfway through the season.
What?
There's one rule. When a Slayer dies, another's called.
Mm-hmm.
Why did it take them 5 months or so to send Kendra? Took them that long to get their shit together and send somebody to
Well,
Sunnydale?
shit, she came and via cargo.
Didn't even get her a ticket. Stuck her ass in the car. Like,
Do we even know where exactly they say where she came from?
no, Mr. Zobuto. I'm assuming she's supposed to come from some dusty country.
So there was a lot of red tape and a lot of things she had to go through. A lot of stuff, a lot of paperwork to fill
Or
out.
does she? She has a Jamaican accent.
Jafakin.
It's so bad.
It's
But why does it
terrible.
take so long for another Slayer? And when a Slayer's called, she's not always called to the same place.
Right.
So why did, like... Oh, there's some bad things happening in Sunny. They've been happening.
Yeah, apparently this is the Hellmouth.
Yeah.
Not fucking circa 1997. Like a Hellmouth.
You need to send someone there, like, right away.
Like maybe all the Slayers need to be cloned here.
And-
Like all the time.
Okay, Giles. Call the Watchers Council. Tell them she ain't dead.
Yeah. Let's call it off. Call up to us. Guys, it was a false alarm.
Oh, she's not dead.
Guys,
Not dead.
it's okay.
Or
We're
say,
good.
hey, yes, she died. She's back to life. What are you doing with that Slayer that got called? You want to send her? Because we could use another one. Because mine doesn't like to follow the rules.
We need one who's actually going to do her job properly.
So it is the next day that we get the confrontation in the hallway with a nice moment with Cordelia. And it's so funny because the whole time Cordelia's trying to be nice, Buffy's like rolling her eyes in the background. She's fed up. She's just done.
She's done with everything. And so, I mean, basically at this point, obviously Buffy is having some issues dealing with the whole dying thing and the master and her nightmares. And so she's acting out. She's lashing out
Mm-hmm.
towards everybody.
So then we go to the bronze that night.
Ugh.
And that's where we get our song of the week.
Chibomato.
Chibomato, sugar water.
Such a good song.
That girl is so adorable.
It's Sean Lennon, a.k.a. John
He's so
Lennon's
cute.
son. Yeah.
He's so cute.
So yes, Sugar Water off of their Viva La Woman album, which is a very good song. Like, I just really love it.
This is what makes me think that in Prophecy Girl, when Willow turns him down, turns Xander down, that she wouldn't have turned him down to go to the dance
Because of the, she tries
because
to,
of the foam.
She tries to recreate the whole ice cream moment.
Yeah, and puts foam from her coffee on her nose,
but
and he's just like, you got something on your nose.
He's super distracted, just waiting for Buffy to walk in.
Yep.
She finally does. She shows up, she sees Angel there. Angel's like, hey, did I do something that hurt your feelings? She's like, no, what would she possibly do? Blah, blah. I'm not affected by you. He's like, well, fine, then I don't care about you. He's like, I don't care about you. And they're doing their whole thing. Well, fine.
Fuck you, though. Your shit.
And so she's all moved on to the living. Mm-hmm. So she sachets her butt over to Xander and uses Xander to make Angel jealous. She asks him to dance, and she basically twerks all up on him.
He's like, okay.
And she gives him the sexy shoulder several times.
She cannot dance.
She raises her arms above her head and does that sway.
And then does the rudest thing.
So after she's like rubbed herself all up and down Xander's poor...
Who has stopped dancing. At one point he was dancing with her, and then he just stands there.
Just soak it in. I'm just taking it in.
And he's just like, this is not cool. This is not cool.
It's like at some point, he's got to know, on some level, he's got to know something's not right here.
Angel's brooding in the corner.
All right.
Willow's about to cry.
She's just...
And Cordelia's just like,
what in the entire hell is happening right now?
And then she says it.
She like rolls behind him, or she looks him dead in the face, like whispers in his ear, did I ever thank you for saving my life? Which is a great point.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
You didn't, bitch. You did not.
And then she slivers behind him and whispers in his ear, don't you wish I would? And then tramps off. Rude. You fucking
wow. And he's just like,
are tight.
I think at that moment he needed the jacket. He needed his coat. I bet you he still dug her. He dug her when she was a vampire. I bet he still dug her now. Yeah. She was mean to me. I like it.
I like it. I'm in it. I'm into it. I like it.
And Cordelia has this like puzzled look on her face, like, what a bitch. I'm kind of proud. Like, wow.
Not today, bitch. You're not going to take my title.
No. And then she follows Buffy outside, and we get another burn.
Scene 1, Apple, take 1.
Buffy, you're really campaigning for Bitch of the Year, aren't you? As defending champion, you're nervous? I can hold my own. You know, we've never really been close, which is nice because I don't really like you that much, but you have on occasion saved the world and stuff, so I'm gonna do you a favor. And this great favor is, I'm gonna give you some advice. Get over it. Excuse me? Whatever's causing the Joan Collins tude, deal with it. Embrace the pain, spank your inner, mop it, whatever. But get over it. Because pretty soon you're not gonna even have the loser friends you've got now. I think it's about time you start minding your own business. It's long past. Nighty-night.
Buffy's like,
fuck
mind
you.
your own business.
And
Cordelia's
flips up
like,
this huge hood.
And then Cordelia's like, respect.
Yeah, fine. And immediately gets kidnapped.
Right.
Now, come on, Buffy. You didn't hear that happen? She probably did and was like, fuck her. I'm bad now. I don't like her.
Extra asshole. So, yeah. Buffy.
Oh, and I guess earlier in the episode, Miss Calendar got kidnapped, but we didn't see that happen. We just see Cordelia thrown into a room and she finds Miss Calendar unconscious.
There, so they get snatched up by some vamps.
And at this point, the annoying one and his minions have dug up the master.
Yes, and Buffy stumbles upon the empty grave, and
she's
She's
pissed.
like all kinds of freaked out. And she goes back to school the next day and just like lets Giles have it. She like basically, and then she starts to be even more of a bitch to Xander and Willow. It's like,
that's my favorite moment.
Slayer stuff.
They were so Giles, Xander, and Willow are all talking about how much of a bitch Buffy's being, and Willow's like, she's being such a bitch, and Giles is like, I think we're a little too old to be spelling things. And Xander, what's a bitka?
And Giles is like, okay. So.
Yeah. Oh, Xander. And then Buffy comes up.
And she tells Giles what she saw or didn't see. And
I thought you told me that couldn't happen.
me, bitch. And Giles is like, hey, I'm
sorry.
Still human. Shit happens.
I make mistakes. And Xander and Willow are piping in. She's like, can we have a little less from you guys? This is Slayer stuff.
And Xander's like, that is enough.
Yeah. They're like, wait a minute.
What in the where did that come from?
There's also a great scene in that before Buffy shows up where, for whatever reason, Giles is drinking a soda. And he, like, takes a sip of it and then looks at it.
Yes. He's like, this isn't tea.
Yeah, like, but he's been up for so long researching things. He needed some caffeine. I don't think we ever see him drink a soda ever again.
I don't think so.
It's always tea.
Yeah.
Or whiskey.
Beer or something with
Fort
Ethan.
Dix.
So, all this goes down, and then, they're in the library, and they get a ransom note of a rock with Cordelia's necklace,
That
which,
Buffy hardcore catches at, like,
yeah,
everybody else is like, oh, a rock!
goes like, whoop, and then she notices that it's Cordelia's necklace, which I don't think I would have got that.
It's not like she wears this necklace every week.
No.
It's not a Cordelia thing.
No, it doesn't say Cordy
No.
on it, and there's a moment she reads the ransom note, and they're like, you know, come to the Bronze or we make her a meal. And Xander's like, they're gonna cook her dinner. And then he realizes what he says. It's like, can we just forget I said?
Yeah.
that?
Thankfully, like, at first I thought this was the Curse of Eric Matthews, as I like to call it. So you remember Boy Meets World?
Yes.
Eric Matthews started that show very smart.
Mm-hmm.
He was really intelligent. He was the older smart brother, but as
Right.
the show progressed, he got dumber and dumber. And that's what I thought they were doing with Xander,
Oh God.
is that they were just making him dumber and dumber. And like, he knows how to spell bitch.
Right. Yeah.
And then
I
with
could
it,
see
they're
that.
going to cook her a meal.
Like, why?
But then they do make that where he's just like, I'm sorry, I don't. Let's just pretend I didn't say that.
Yeah, it's just like, okay. Because that would have been an awful
Yeah.
thing to just make him just dumb.
Yeah.
And yeah, because that was terrible. Eric
What they
Matthews,
did to
he
Eric
was
Matthews was just,
stupid.
yeah.
He was like
he was,
a high-functioning idiot.
Yeah.
After a certain point.
but
in
I don't
time.
even know how he got into college
No.
by the time we got there.
It was so bizarre.
Fanny! And he was honor roll, really, really, but I mean, what can you expect from a show that sent the daughter upstairs and didn't have her come back downstairs for
Was it another one?
3 seasons?
Oh God.
And then she was a completely, totally different girl.
Mm.
So they go to Angel, Xander. No, just Angel and Buffy go to the Bronze, right?
Yeah.
To do this hostage thing.
Well, this is a moment where Buffy's going, and Angel like happens upon her, and she's like, "Yo, like being stalked isn't really a turn on for the girls. I'm looking at you, Twilight."
Mm-hmm. Oh, but we do get Buffy's little, come on, kick my ass.
She starts to taunt Angel, wants to fight him, bitch.
And he's just like, huh? Why are you riding me? Well, first of all, phrasing.
Like, what are
I
you?
do not think that means what you think
like,
it
who
means.
Are you Archie Bunker? Like, what? Who says that?
And so the girl doesn't even look like Cordelia. She looks
No.
like Drusilla, actually.
Yes, she does. That's the first thing I thought.
And so she just starts like cackling. I'm
She's
not
about as
Cordelia.
She's about as crazy as Drusilla.
Mm-hmm. What are you gonna do? Kill me? Well,
No.
no. I'm just gonna shove this crucifix down your throat. Like,
Yeah.
wow, Buffy.
How could she manage to wear that again after the?
Huh? It smells like throat.
It smells like vampire bird throat or vampire throat.
So they come back to the library, and woe is Buffy finds out that it was a distraction.
After she basically cussed them all out,
Uh-huh.
like, "Hey, I can't watch you guys," and they're
Yeah.
like, "Hey, it might be a trap." Oh, it's a trap.
Just not for her.
Yes, and they snatch up Willow and Giles.
They leave Xander.
Because Buffy's a bitch.
Because Xander was not with them when we
Right.
find out that the spell that the minions are doing is to bring the Master back, but they need those that were closest to him at the time of his death.
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell were Angel and Xander? Circle jerk outside. Don't know what they were doing.
Because they were the ones. They went and got Buffy. They
Uh-huh.
saved Buffy. Buffy was on the roof.
They were just texting outside, like,
Just like,
"Hey, bro,
so.
I like her. No, I like her."
Were we supposed to go inside, or did she want us to go to the roof with her?
She told me to put my game face on. I don't
know what we're doing afterwards. I guess we can just hang out in case somebody comes by.
shawarma. You wanna go get some? Let's just go get some shawarma. We'll come back later. They really don't need us.
I'm just gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go home to bed.
And so they take everyone.
Scene 1, Apple, take 1.
Xander! What happened?
Vampires. The ones you can handle yourself.
Where are the others?
I don't know. I don't know what your problem is, what your issues are. But as of now, I officially don't care. If you'd worked with us for 5 seconds, you could have stopped this.
We just have to think. Where they've taken him.
If they hurt Willow, I'll kill you.
Why did they take them and not you?
Giles said the ritual was, they needed people who were close to the Master, physically close. When he,
The ones who were with the Master when he died.
Giles, Willow, Cordelia.
Miss Calendar.
Odds are they got a complete set by now.
We need to find out where.
I love Xander's boldness, though. He's like, if they kill Willow, I'm gonna
yeah.
kill you.
Ooh.
Oh.
Well.
Okay.
You're still a little pissed off about that dance, aren't you? that's what that boils down to. Like, he's still a little butthurt about that.
He really is. He really, really is.
Let's just call a spade a spade. That's not what this is about.
And how did they put the Master's bones perfectly back together? Who's the anatomy expert that figured out each and every metatarsal?
I guess
And-
not Mr. Trick,
No, and it wasn't the annoying one.
because he can't reach the table.
No, he was under it. So they come across them, and they're all hanging upside down over the Master's bones. What were they going to do? Like slit their throats and have the blood drain down? Gross. There must have been a more hygienic way to do that. So, of course, like, Xander's, like, just peering behind Angel. Like, do we need to do something? Do I need to help? I don't want to help.
You got this, right? Bro?
You all right?
You're the vampire. You're the big one.
But we get one of my favorite scenes when they're all, so the minions are all doing this, they're going around, with the dark, with the light, with the dark. And then one of them goes to say his part, and he explodes. And Buffy's standing behind him. Yeah. And then we get a fight.
Let's fight. And it's a firefight.
The annoying one gets pushed off into the corner. We must protect the annoying one. I don't know why. He has no power.
So it was his idea to
I guess.
put the bones back? Like, nobody else would have thought of that? Because I feel like,
I don't understand it.
actually, why would you guys want the Master to come back? Because with him gone, you were top dog.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
what was the annoying one doing all summer? Gathering minions? So now that Buffy has decimated all of these minions,
Now he has to go.
he just goes and gets new minions. Where's he keep getting these minions?
What vampires are like, yes, I'm going to follow this child?
Yeah, and does he just go out at night like, hey,
So,
I'm the anointed one. Hey.
perhaps you've heard of me?
Yeah.
No?
How's it
Okay,
going?
that's
No?
fine.
I've failed at everything I've tried to do so far, but, it's eventually going to happen for us.
It'll work out. And you want to be in on the ground floor when that happens. I want you. You look like you've got potential.
Yeah.
I'm starting a new crew. Again. So
He's so useless.
So Buffy defeats them, saves the friends, the Scooby Gang, and everything.
And has a meltdown.
Yeah, yes. She breaks down finally. She lets the tears flow, and then she smashes the bones.
And it's
to
Xander.
bits.
Willow's like, it's over. And Xander's like,
Wait
nope,
for it.
not over yet. And she takes, what is it, like a sledgehammer?
Yeah.
And
bust them to bones.
Yep.
Bust the bones to dust, which is what they should have done in the first place.
Right.
I don't understand
I
why
don't get
we
it.
needed to bury the bones. Where's okay.
Just, okay, in the book that had the spell where you bury him, I'm pretty sure there was a footnote that also said
You can also
you can just bust him up, because there's this other spell that the other side can do to bring him back. But that's not in your book.
That's in their book.
That's in their book.
That's in the Dark Watcher's Guide.
I do like how Buffy, at the end of that fight, though, I like how she uses her surroundings. So she breaks off that long torch. The two vampires are coming at her from both sides, and she breaks off the torch and she stakes one with one end and sets the other one on fire.
Yes. And then he burns to death and drops the sledgehammer. That's what she takes.
It's pink. Because he was about to mess up her life with that sledgehammer.
Oh my God, yeah. He was about to light her up. He was ready. I'm going to grind you to a sticky paste.
Yep.
Wow. It's a lot of Shakespeare I feel going on in here.
Yeah.
So, next day, Buffy's in school, and she's confessing to Giles, like, yeah, I was a bitch, and how can I face him? And I'm starting to think that, has Buffy ever apologized for any of the shit that she's pulled on these kids?
No. Just like Xander never owned up to remembering his hyena past.
So, yeah, I guess that's the whole thing, is that they just do terrible shit to each other. They never talk about it again. They just silently forgive one another.
And it's not until Willow tries to destroy the world that they're all like, let's just not bring up any of this stuff. We've all done some stuff. Some more than others. Willow. Didn't somebody, they're like, did you ever think she could destroy? No. I don't think she had that in her at all. Like, it's Willow.
So she goes back to class, and the kids, and Giles is like, oh, he'll be fine. And then she goes in, and Willow's like, hey, or Xander, or whomever, is like, we saved his seat. And then they're all welcoming to her, and they make a little joke. And then it gets really, like, my so-called life-ish.
It's and there's like even really bad do-do.
Yes!
Do.
Like, and I'm just waiting for, like, there'll be a freeze frame, some high-fiving.
Yes. And there's a great scene right before that with Cordelia talking to Miss Calendar when they're walking through the courtyard, and she was like, the worst thing about being kidnapped by a group of vampires is the stains.
Yes,
because Cordelia's just worried about herself.
Right, exactly. And that's just never going to leave, like the rust and the blood, and they just won't get it out.
It doesn't come out. So we end our episode fantastically with a shot of the annoying one by himself. I hate her.
It's like among like all the crushed up bones. He's just looking around.
I hate her. She is the bane of your existence. She just keeps foiling all of your plans.
Until a better big bad comes through.
Well, only two more.
Only two more.
Only two. For those of you that have not watched before, this is your gateway drug right here.
Yeah.
School Hard is your gateway drug.
Shit's about to get real.
Mm-hmm.
In a couple of episodes.
You're
going to find out what you're made of here.
Mr. James Marsters.
And either School Hard will come and go and it won't faze you at all, or School Hard will come on and that'll be the moment that you realize that something has changed drastically in your life.
You became a woman. Even if you're a man, you became a woman. You're a woman now. Mr. James Marsters, ladies and gentlemen.
And his jeans.
And the coat.
And his accent.
He's wearing the coat.
So the moral of this... Oh, wait. Bodies dropped. I think there were like...
There were a lot.
6 or 7? I forgot to count after it was all done. I was like, oh, shit. There were a lot of them. So we're just going to go with like 6.
All the minions.
Yes.
Dead.
And the one intruding... Peeping Tom vampire, voyeuristic vampire at the beginning. The moral of this story, deal with your trauma, or else it's going to manifest in a very negative way. And you're going to be a bitch to all your friends, and forgiving as Willow and Xander.
There's another episode of Angel that sort of deals with this same kind of issue, dealing with your issues, not just letting them pile up. And it's the episode where Lorne has his sleep removed.
Oh, God. I love that episode.
It's such a good episode.
Oh, good.
It's so good. So Lorne has his sleep removed, and everyone around him.
It's fantastic.
That is my favorite part. Gun pissing in his chair. That and the weird, like, condom slip sound you hear when Angel...
Seriously.
That is all that could have been. Wow, that had to have been, yeah.
That's like, I mean, great, safe sex, but did we need it? Like,
that was unnecessary. Unlike the zip of the pants we get at Buffy, like, that was necessary.
Oh my God, I still, this day, like...
That was a zipper. But this on Angel was too much. Too much.
Oh, God. All right, so I guess that's that.
That's episode 1, season 2.
It's getting great.
Now, what I enjoy is that at this time, Buffy was starting to become a bona fide hit. So as season 1 only had 12 episodes, season 2 has a full 22.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
This is heavy. So, and a lot less shitty ones. I'm
looking right now. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 22 for me.
Okay. That's not bad.
That's not bad. And when they're bad, they're bad.
Yeah.
Real bad.
Yeah. So, we'll get through it.
Yeah, but like I always say, even the worst episode of Buffy is better than 95% of what's on television.
Yeah, I will absolutely sit through that before I sit through... I would sit through Teacher's Pet before I sit through NCSI.
And it's one more episode, ladies and gentlemen. School Heart is episode 3.
Oh, is it?
Inca's number 4.
Nice.
So we only have one more to go.
Score.
Yes.
Awesome.
But we have to get through our next episode, episode 2. Some assembly required. There's some assembly required to watch this piece of shit. This is number 1 on my bad list.
It's not.
Like it's the first entry into the bad episodes.
It's not.
It's not the best.
It's not the best. It's not that good.
I don't like the storyline. I don't like the guest stars.
So yeah. So we'll get there, guys. So tell us what you thought of When She Was Bad. Tell us by voicemail message 412-385-7250, or you can record an MP3 file, less than 2 minutes, por favor, and email it to revisitingsunnydale@gmail.com. We just might play it on the air. So please subscribe, follow, like us, give us love and feedback. You can follow us on Twitter @BackToSunnydale, and you can follow me, Camila, @the_RuggedAngel.
Or me, Marcella, @mspear7338.
And so we are going to talk to you guys next week. And in honor of When She Was Bad, it's a little MIA.
Nice choice.
Those are tough calls in that accused mom.
Yeah. No, this is good.
When I'm banging on the dashboard, my chain hits my chest. When I'm banging on the radio.